It was supposed to be a relaxing weekend getaway. My friend Sarah and I had been working nonstop for months, and we needed a break. So, we decided to book an Airbnb in the middle of nowhere, in the small town of Asheville, North Carolina. A charming little house on the outskirts, nestled in the quiet woods. The pictures online looked perfect, and the reviews were glowing. We thought it would be the ideal place to unwind and escape the stress of our daily lives. Little did we know, we were about to experience something far more terrifying than we ever imagined. We arrived late in the afternoon, just as the sun began to set. The house was tucked away, surrounded by trees and a thick forest. It looked like something out of a storybook, peaceful, yet oddly quiet. Too quiet. But we shrugged it off, eager to get inside and start our weekend. The owner had left a note, welcoming us and giving instructions on how to access the key. As soon as I stepped inside, I felt it. An uncomfortable energy in the air. But I brushed it off as just an old house. Sarah, on the other hand, was already unpacking and opening a bottle of wine, eager to get settled in. The house itself was lovely. Antique furniture, a crackling fireplace. We spent the evening cooking dinner, drinking wine, and laughing like we hadn't in ages. But as the night wore on, something felt off. The lights flickered occasionally, and there was a persistent creaking sound above us, like footsteps. I tried to ignore it, but the feeling gnawed at me. Around midnight, Sarah suggested we check out the attic. "Great view of the stars," she said with a grin. I hesitated. Something about the attic felt wrong, but Sarah was already halfway up, so I followed. The attic was small, cramped, filled with old furniture covered in dusty sheets. We stood by the window for a while, looking at the stars. Then, I heard it. A soft, whispering voice, right behind me. At first it was faint, just a breath. I spun around, but no one was there. "Did you hear that?" I asked, my voice trembling. Sarah laughed it off, saying it was the wind. But I couldn't shake the feeling we weren't alone. We decided to leave, but as we reached the door, it slammed shut behind us. A cold rush of air swept through the room. I tried to open the door, but it was locked. Panic set in. Sarah banged on the door, shouting for help, but no one answered. It felt like hours before the door finally creaked open. We rushed downstairs, our hearts pounding. I swore I saw a shadow move in the corner of my eye, but when I looked, nothing was there. The next morning, exhausted but determined to make the most of it, we went for a walk in the woods. But when I went to the bathroom, something stopped me in my tracks. The mirror, which had been clear the night before, was now fogged up, and written on it, clearly, as if someone had used their finger, were the words, "Get out." I froze. My heart raced. Sarah hadn't been in the bathroom all morning. We were the only ones in the house. I was terrified. Sarah tried to convince me it was a prank, but I knew something was wrong. We packed up and left in a hurry, barely closing the door behind us.